It's Irene.
It's Jennifer. Caught me
And
off guard.
we are here for Read the Red, and we're going into that part two, which we were kind of thinking that this might be a 90-part series, but um, we are going to talk about the Lord's Prayer. But before we do, just remember to like and subscribe, and we're here to hear your input about what you want to hear us talk about. So,
Amen.
so Jen, I know we had a little segue of going into what we're going to talk about today.
That's right. We on the last podcast we talked about the do's and the don'ts from Jesus. And we had a don't, a do, and a don't. What Jesus, let us know. Don't be like the hypocrites, but do go to your room, unpack yourself, get your posture right. Don't do vain repetitions. Don't speak worthless, faithless words. And then he ends with verse 8. After he gave us the do's and don'ts, and he says, therefore, that means pay attention.
Mhm.
This is Bible. This is scripture. Therefore, do not be like them. Well, be like who? Who did we just read about? He says it again. Don't be like them. The third time, don't be like them. Separate yourself. Don't be like them. What is that scripture? Come out from among them and be separate.
Yeah.
Don't be like them. Don't want to be like the people that proclaim Jesus but have no intimacy, the fame, the fortune. Don't want to be like them.
And sometimes it's hard to not compare yourself, like maybe you're like, how come that person's getting all this and they're doing, and I know that they're a hypocrite and don't pay attention to what you're
That's
seeing with
right.
your eyes. That is not the big picture.
Don't
There
be
a
like
lot of
them.
people in every area of life. I'm in business, you're in business. People paint things out to be something that they're not. And if they could sleep at night, then that's fine. I have to make sure that I can sleep at night, and that means
Right.
that I'm not guilty of those things
That's right.
that I'm calling in other people, right?
That's exactly right.
So hypocrites are kind of saying, "Hey, there's a plank in your eye," and not revealing the plank in their own eye
Blank in
or
their own
admitting to
eye.
their wrongdoing. And so I think don't be like them. Don't compare you. Don't be like, well, she said this and she's doing this and who cares? This, remember, once again, intimacy. This is
Intimate.
about you and God. This is the name on the invitation is Mr. and Mrs. Sauger. You are not on there with that. There's no one else on that invitation. So
That's
pay
good.
attention to what you want on that invitation. Are we bringing a third person in here or bringing five more? No, it's you and God, and pay attention to that.
Like we said in episode 1, stay in your lane with God.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
The
Drive in
truth.
your lane.
It's the truth.
Therefore, do not be like them. And I think that word therefore, that just stands out to me. It's kind of like he's like the judge hammering the gavel down. Therefore, meaning this is it. This is the end of what I'm saying. This is the end all be all. Therefore, do not be like them. For your father. So once again, he's talking to believers because he's saying your father. For your father knows the things that you have need of before you ask him. So why would he? Okay,
Well, this is good. This is going to be good.
this is going to be real good. Do not be like them, for your father knows the things you have need of before you ask him. Take it because I see it burning.
Well, why do I have to ask Jennifer if he already knows? Why? Do you have an answer for that? It's
No,
going to be what everybody is going to ask.
everybody's going to ask.
Why do I have to ask him if he already knows? It's your responsibility.
Ability. It's your faith.
It's you working your faith. You're acknowledging that you realize that he has that. You're realizing that it's only him that can give it to you.
That's
It's
right.
you that's proclaiming that. And
Yes.
so once again, putting it back into your responsibility. And you have to like jog your mind because anybody, I don't care if you're serving the Lord 100 years or not 100 years, whenever you're up against a problem, why me? It's always why me, right? Why
Yes.
me?
Yep.
Out of all the things on earth, why me?
Yep.
I mean, I do, Lord, I've done this and I've done that and I've done, and you know what he says at the end? Lord, I cast out demons in your name and I healed the sick in your name.
Come on.
And he says, he doesn't say, depart from me, you didn't know me.
I know.
He said, I never knew you.
Come on.
So, what part of him not knowing me, I'm putting on a mask?
Oh, that's good. Come on.
He doesn't know me because I'm coming to him with vain repetitions.
Come on.
I'm coming to him with things that I'm not speaking my faith and I'm not speaking out of what I know and connecting my heart of faith with the knowledge in my head to bring it to him. So then I can come boldly before his throne and ask. And then when I ask him, he'll do anything. It says he'll do anything. And then
That's
people are
right.
like, well, I've asked God for things before and he didn't do it. Where's your posture?
There you
How'd you
go.
come to him?
That's
Where
right.
is that all from? Like
That's exactly right.
back to your responsibility. And younger people, hey, if you're in college, this is your time to learn because I will tell you right now, if the Jennifer and Irene in college could get in a time machine and talk to us now, we're different people. If you are at that college age, it is just that sponge time of your life. Lay it out. Sow the seeds because those are the ones that are going to blossom when you're in your
Come
50s.
on. That's right. That's exactly right,
So
Irene.
don't think that this is over your head. Try to grasp it. Try to suck it in, even if you just listen, hear it, and then try to reason through it over time.
Yes, cultivate it.
But
Till that
response,
ground.
it all goes back to your responsibility.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. Do not be like them, for your Father knows the things you have need of. He knows what we need. So Jesus is encouraging the believer. You don't have to do all
To
that.
exercise your faith.
Right. You don't have to do all that. Go to your secret place. He knows what you need and he's willing and he's able. He already knows what you're going to come and ask him, but you have to come. You have to
Well,
come
Jen,
to
and every
him.
cliche, like every
You
Christian
have to.
cliche is coming through my mind right now, like God's delays are not God's denials.
Yeah.
And that's the truth because as you cultivate your relationship with Him, that why me doesn't happen as much. That why me is not
Yeah.
as intense. That why me doesn't turn into bitterness when you don't get your answer right away.
Yep.
There are reasons, there are things, and you have to trust that his plan is better than his ways and his thoughts are better and higher than ours. So there's no way that we could really understand everything. I was talking about Jennifer. We know that I'm stepping into a destiny that I believe I was created for
Right.
in artificial intelligence. If God would have told me when I was 19 years old that that was my destiny,
Believe
there's
her.
no such thing. There's no such thing. There wasn't even cell phones yet. Like what? There was no internet. Like
There
what?
was barely computers.
I would not have nothing.
Yeah.
And we also talk about if I was stepped into this high level of success where I would be so busy that I would miss this part of my life because I didn't need it.
Right. Right.
So he doesn't give you answers and he doesn't give you those things that you want. This is why building your rapport and your relationship with him,
That
so you get to that place of trust.
that
He knows what you have need of. Guess what? You don't know what you have need of. You don't know your needs.
about 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 2023, maybe 3.5 years ago, um, my daughter had to start dialysis. She was born with a rare kidney disease, and her kidneys just finally went kaput. And
But for all those years, he
all those
sustained
years, she was,
her.
yeah,
We
all
didn't,
those years.
yeah.
And she was 12 years old, and The nephrologist looked at me and said, okay, she's got to go on dialysis. And we were trying to, and all the while I'm praying. We're praying. My husband and I are praying. Family's praying. We're believing God that two new kidneys are going to appear. Praying our guts out. Everybody is. All of us. And the nephrologist looks at me and says, we have to start dialysis or she will die. And I said, take my kidney, take it now. But there's protocols. You have to go through all these rigorous testings and all this stuff. And so dialysis is very draining. It's 3, 4, maybe 5 times a week where they pull all the blood out, they clean it, and they put it back in because the kidney's not able to filter it. And I was driving, it was my shift. My
We're
husband and I
talking
took
about a
turns,
12-year-old. I want to just point that out
12-year-old. And we were driving home, and it was in October-ish because it was just starting to get dusk. And after dialysis, you're real tired. You know, you're hungry, you're tired. And so Ava was just looking out the window, and I was driving, and I just started screaming. I said, aren't you mad at him? Aren't you disgusted that he is not doing anything? Aren't you mad? Why aren't you mad? And she looked over at me and said, Mom, his ways are not our ways. And his thoughts are not our thoughts. And we have to trust him. My 12-year-old daughter is going through this.
Out of the mouth of babes.
And I am mad. I am mad because I've seen the miracles of God. I've seen them. I've seen them. I've seen blind eyes open. I've seen people stretch out their arms. I've seen that. I've seen people that are drunk instantly become sober under the power of God. And here my daughter, my child has to endure this. And I'm angry. And she says, his ways are not our ways. And his thoughts are not our thoughts. He works in mysterious ways. And when she said that, I was really shocked. I mean, I had heard that my whole life. His wonders are mysterious. His works are mysterious. He works in mysterious ways. How many times have we heard that growing
Yeah.
up Catholic? God's ways
Yeah.
are.
Oh, yeah.
When she said that to me, I was like, it hit me different. It hit me different. Like, if she at 12 can understand what? That the Father knows the things that we need before we even ask him. He knew that we were going to go through this. He knew that she was going to go through this. But what did we have to do? We had to ask him. He knows what we need, but what does it end? Before you ask him. You have to ask him. Ask. You have to keep asking and seeking and knocking. Jesus said it. Ask, seek, and knock.
Yeah,
Ask,
and it's not just it's ask and keep on asking. You have
ask, and
to
keep
keep
on
on
asking.
knocking.
Just
That's
like
what
you
those
said,
words mean.
why do we do it if he already knows we need it? Jesus said, he knows the things you have need of before you ask him. So Jesus tells us we have to ask him. We have to ask him. And we may not always get the answer right away that we want. But like in my daughter's instance, fast forward a couple months, a year, I donated my kidney. She's doing well. And now she has a heart for research. She wants to find the AI kidney. She
Mhm.
wants to get everybody an artificial kidney so they don't have to go through these anti-suppressant drugs. It's opened up a whole new world for her. And she wants to help people.
Yeah.
She wants to help these kids and maybe adults too that are going
And
through
that's
this.
a God. I mean, I'm a little joke right here, but this is a God-given thing because when you have a child that on her 16th birthday, she said it's the best day of her life because she was holding a human heart in her hand. Is it a human heart?
It was a
A
lamb's heart,
lamb's heart in
remember?
her hands, and she said that's the best day of her life.
Yeah.
And I'd be
She,
like,
I know. And she's in biomed by, on a side note, and she just loves it. But God knew before Ava was even born that this was the road that she was going to have to walk. And if she didn't walk that road, maybe she's got the answer. Maybe the research that she's going to do is going to be the answer for all those
well,
kids
and
on
Jen, you know
dialysis.
what? You guys could have said, nope, the Lord is going to heal her, and you would have not gotten the medical treatment, and then she would have died. So there's a
Exactly.
fine line
There's
to
a fine line.
when it comes to sickness and healing, because it is His will for us all to be healed.
All of us. And Ava will tell you, he does not, he did not give me this. She said, but we can get through it and we can make a change for those. And that's what I take from this. Not to be like them. He knows, the Father knows the things you have need of before you ask him. So he's prefacing the Lord's Prayer, which we're getting ready. He's getting ready to tell us, here's how you pray now. So we know what not to do, we know what to do, and then we know that we have to ask. We
Right?
have to ask. And we ask, why? Why do we have to ask? Because it shows faith. Because without what?
You're exercising
Faith.
your faith
Without faith, it's impossible to
to
please
please
God.
God.
It's impossible to please. So, what pleases God? Faith. How do we get faith? Communion with God. Jesus, help me. It goes, it's all like a well-oiled machine. A
Right? Just like the way He created our bodies.
well-oiled machine. Powerful, powerful.
So it functions, there's a function, there's a way, there's a structure.
There you go.
And He already gave it to us. It's not like He's keeping things from us. He gave it to us.
It's like when we were talking on the podcast that's airing tonight. By the way, it's going to air at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Um, when you were saying when you were at Access, how it was like the prayers were just synchronized, one right after the other. It was like a beautiful orchestra.
It was.
This is what he's teaching us here.
Right, right. And the one thing too that I want to point out, that wasn't the first time they prayed. You know what I mean? Like
Right, right, right.
you can tell that they were experienced in
Yeah.
their secret place.
And how do you get that experience? Living in your room,
That's right.
living in the room.
Right.
And you have to go back and listen to the first because the room is not a place.
Yes.
The room is a
All
life
about your
posture.
heart. It's all about
The
your heart.
room is a life posture. And I think we need to have Brother David on one time to explain because he lives this.
He
He
does.
lives the life
He does, and
posture.
we make fun of him for it, but just
Yeah.
out of jest, because
Yeah. He
it's
lives the
talking
life
about being
posture.
in continual communion with God. You know, people, when you have an anointing, when you're leading worship or playing an instrument, that that doesn't just come from nowhere. You know, like there's something behind that. And it isn't practice. You know what I mean?
One
It isn't
thing
I play
that,
the piano day 12 hours a day. You know what I mean?
no,
It
right.
doesn't come from that.
But one thing that David has always said to me, whether it was my daughter or the other things we were going through, and sometimes I wanted to choke him. And you know me with my poking the
Me
eyes and
too. Me
choking.
too.
He would say, "All is well, Jennifer."
Mhm.
And I'm in the middle of this tumultuous situation. You're telling me all, and he's not like saying it forcefully. He's like, all is well. I'm like, all is well for you. It's not well for me. But but it is. It's because he lives there. He
Yes,
lives in the room.
he
And
does.
that's where we need to get to. We have to live in the room.
Right.
And so he ends the do's and don'ts
Hmm.
with, therefore, don't be like them. Don't, there's a don't. But your father knows the things that you need before you
You
even
ask.
ask him. And we have to ask. And then he opens up the most glorious prayer. This is the first prayer that I was taught to pray in catechism class.
Correct.
The first.
Me
Now,
too.
did I know what I was saying? No. It was a memorization, just
Right.
like the whole mass was a memorization.
Yeah.
But when I got saved and I would go to mass with my mom and dad, those prayers became life.
Right.
They're not bad prayers.
No, it's not even about, I think too, when people want, people in
It's
the
a vain
Protestant,
repetition.
well, no, they say it's a vain repetition because they think you're just repeating the same words. Not, it's a vain repetition for someone else, but not for me.
Right.
Because I have
Right.
the faith behind it and
That's right.
knowing what it is. And he said, in Matthew 6:9, he said, "This then is how you should pray." He didn't say, well, let's say, "This then is how you should pray." He didn't say you should, if you pray, do this.
Come
When you
on.
pray, this is how you should pray, meaning assuming you're
Yeah.
going to pray.
Yeah.
You're
This
going
is
to
the
pray.
blueprint. This is the blueprint.
If you need a blueprint, this is a great place to start because it's going to cover everything.
And listen,
Everything.
he says, know the things before you ask him. Okay, so how do I go to God and ask him? Right here. Here's the blueprint. Ha! See how it's like an orchestra. I get so excited.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like an orchestra. So now he says, in this manner, therefore, pray. And what's the first line? Read it, Rini.
Our Father in heaven, or we say, Our Father who art in heaven, or Our Father who is in heaven. What are we saying? We are acknowledging
Come on.
that our Father is in heaven.
Our Father.
He is our Father. He's our Father. So there's so many, like he's our God, but there's a greater relationship between Yahweh and us.
But Jesus didn't say our God. He
No,
said, pray our.
Father,
Let's, let's talk about a father.
because
And let's just stop
he's
right there.
acknowledging that it's not, this is about Father.
Let's talk about the father. Our father.
Well, Jennifer,
When you pray.
let's talk about this. You know how we always say that the devil's here to steal, kill, and destroy.
Mhm.
And he's done a really good job in the earth to mess up our view of what a real father is.
Come on.
Why do you think he attacks that part? Why do you think even
Hmm.
even if
Dangerous.
even if, because there are some people, there's some men, they just, they had a hard time in life. They're not really bad people, but it's like my dad grew up in the Great Depression. You have to understand that mindset
Right.
before you can understand my dad's ways of doing things.
Right. Yeah.
Different men have to, it's not, sometimes it's not their fault. They don't mean to be mean. They're not evil. Then there's some that are really evil and abusive but all across the board, I mean, you have to find, it's really hard to find a man that emulates God the Father.
Right. The enemy has twisted that.
Twisted it. So
Twisted it.
then it's harder for us to
Harder for us
understand
to pray.
our Father who, I mean, could you think about this? A
No, right.
father to you is someone that you're afraid of and that beats you and that
Destructive. Yep.
how do you say our Father? Do you know what I mean? Like there's got to be some kind of example. We don't have examples.
You see how the devil twists this? Jesus spoke these words. The devil knew he spoke these words. So what does he attack? Fathers, father figures, to distort our mind and distort our heart. So it's hard for us to say, well, my father, well, why does is he a loving God? It's not even about God. It's father. It's what a true father is. So when you pray, you say, Our Father, unified. Our Father who art in heaven, who what? Dwells in heaven, who lives in heaven.
Who is not of this earth,
Who is not of, that's the key right there. He's not of this earth. We don't,
whose ways are higher than our ways, and whose thoughts are higher
thoughts are
than
higher
our thoughts.
than our thoughts. We don't even know. You could have the best dad in the world, and it doesn't even touch what the Father, our Father in heaven, can do for us and is for us and loves
But
us.
there is, there are good men. I remember
All good men.
my pastor, Scott Webb, who we've been with for 20 years now. I would say when I watch him with his children, I
Yeah.
and watch, there's certain situation that happened, and I watched and I saw what the meaning of a true father is. I got to
And
see,
that
I got
doesn't
to
even
see
touch the
God the Father on
surface.
earth,
Yeah,
right?
on earth. Yep. But that doesn't even touch the surface of what
No,
God the
no.
Father is. And look how
But
great that
thank God
was.
I got to see that. I see an
Amen.
example of that. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
exactly right.
yeah.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So what does that mean, Irene? Hallowed. Hallowed
Holy,
be thy name.
separated, holy,
Consecrated. You're holy. We should revere you. Holy is your name. Our Father.
without sin. He's not an abuser.
That's exactly right.
He's not evil. He doesn't have malice within him.
That's
He's
right.
not a hypocrite. All these things, if we're saying like hallowed, holy, holy, like
So
separated, consecrated, without fault.
why would Jesus start the prayer like that? Why? Why would Jesus start, this is how you pray? Why wouldn't he start, give us this day our daily bread? Why
Well,
does he start with,
and it's almost like he's saying, come first in worship, come first in acknowledgement,
you got it? There you
come
go.
first and pour your love on me.
Yep. The worship, the adoration. You're coming to your Father.
Acknowledgement,
There you go.
acknowledge, because we already know that he knows what we have need of. Now we're acknowledging that he's holy, he's a father.
That's right. And he already knows what we need and he's ready to give it to us. So we're acknowledging. That's powerful right there.
It is.
So you acknowledge. Now read verse 10.
We're going into your kingdom come,
Yes.
your will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Hmm.
You got a different version. What does yours say?
Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Okay.
I have New King James.
Okay, and
So,
and that is the Catholic version as well. If we want to go back to first grade.
so we're acknowledging who he is, that he's holy. He is the all in all. And now we're acknowledging, not acknowledging, but we're
No, I think it's still
proclaiming.
acknowledging.
I
We're
think
we're we're we're
we're
still
still
acknowledging though.
acknowledging.
I think
Okay, so
so because
your
we're
kingdom
acknowledging the
come
fact that
and your will be done. But it's also a proclamation, if you think about it,
true,
because
true, but
your
also in an acknowledgement because we're saying is your kingdom come,
your kingdom
your will be.
come,
So it
your
is.
will
It's
be. Yep.
proclamation as we're proclaiming it. We're acknowledging it to ourselves. We're agreeing. We're
So,
agreeing with him.
so what is his kingdom?
Yeah, what is his kingdom?
What is his kingdom? Righteousness, peace, judgment,
Joy. Oh, come on.
judgment. What is his kingdom? All of that.
Yeah.
Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. What do we do in heaven? What are we going to be doing in heaven? We worship, we praise.
Right.
We're
We're
going to
not
be
gonna
holy. We're going to be holy.
right. We're not gonna be having to
We're not
break
going to be
down
sick.
strongholds and war against the principalities of the powers of the air because they won't be there. So
That's
what we're
right.
doing is pulling down his kingdom here on earth And that takes
Yeah.
all the scriptures where we're battling against things.
There you go. You
What
are.
what it is in heaven needs to be here on earth. That's what I want to walk in. I want to walk in your kingdom. I'm a kingdom person. Are you a
That's
kingdom
right.
person? Are you a kingdom
Kingdom.
person? Because sometimes people are like, "Are you a Christian?" I feel like that's a man-made term, and I say, "No, I'm a citizen of the kingdom of heaven."
That's right. The kingdom. That's powerful right there, Irene. Your kingdom come. Your will be done. What is his will? His will is to bring us all back. That's his will.
Yep.
It's to bring us all back to what? No sickness, no sin, no disease,
No,
nothing, none of
no
that.
lack,
No lack,
no strife,
no strife, no anger, no bitterness, no
no,
dissensions,
no
no lust,
depression,
no depression, no brokenheartedness.
no
To bring
brokenheartedness.
us back.
Hey, Jen, no death.
No death, no death. Do you see that? See how the enemy just comes in and twists everything?
Yeah.
He twists it. Your kingdom come, your kingdom come, and your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That right there is just something just so rich, just to behold and understand.
And we're still right now, look at we're in the front part of this prayer, of
Yeah,
this blueprint that Jesus gave us,
yeah,
and we haven't asked for one thing yet.
that's right. There you
Not
go.
one thing. We're proclaiming, we're acknowledging,
Yeah,
we're revering, we're loving, we're worshiping. So, Jesus is like, I think some person that we both know said before they got saved, they just thought God was someone that you just go ask things for, right?
that's right. Yes,
This totally goes against that
that's exactly right.
because we're not even at the part where we can ask him for a thing yet.
And that child grew up around church. I mean, sat and listened to sermons, or probably not listened, probably was, but he was around that.
And
But
Jen, you
it
know
was
what? I'm
never,
not sure. Like if we think about this, when did you say that you started going to church when you were like 8 years old? When you would go to the Pentecostal church with
yes,
your
8 years
friends?
old to children's church. Yep.
So children's church back then, and I don't want to like offend anybody, okay? But if you measure, if we could go back in time
Hmm.
to 80s children's church,
80s children. Yep.
it is so different. It is so different. And for some reason, we always like when we got into Bible college, I started to see that people thought they needed to get into children's ministry, then move up to youth ministry so they can one day be a senior pastor. Instead of, how about you just find out what lane you're in?
Come on.
People are called to children's ministry, and
Yes.
not everybody can do that, and not everyone could be at that level to teach. There's just so much. There was a difference. Even like my son grew up under this one children's pastor, and he wanted to show up. I mean, Jennifer, at age 4, he wanted to go help prepare for children's church. They had a little thing at our church where it was the Bible hotline, so you can call the number during the week, so you know the memorization verse, so you get big bucks. He would call that line on his own. I didn't even know he was doing it, and he wanted to serve. He was in it. You know what I mean? So don't you think those children's pastors were really called? They weren't just put in that position.
1,000%. A
Yeah,
thousand percent.
and then
They were,
sometimes it doesn't happen for everyone. What I'm just saying is, I don't know what's going on nowadays, but I
yeah,
do know that my daughter's experience is different than my son's.
it's different. That's exactly right. No, that's exactly right. And it goes back to the kingdom.
Well, it's almost like
What are
teachers
you?
in the school systems. Like, that is
Yeah,
such, like, know that you are doing something amazing because not everybody can do that.
that's
You're
right. That's
gifted.
exactly right.
You're
Yeah,
gifted.
yeah,
You are a gift. You're a gift to every person that sends their kids to school.
yeah.
So and there's a lot going on. We won't even get there. We have to end this.
I know.
And we are going to pick it up next time. I
Had
think
so much
I
fun.
think
I
we
love
I
doing
think
this.
we're getting into like what we can ask for next in the Lord's Prayer, but hey, like and subscribe if you're enjoying this. If you want to keep us here, it doesn't matter if you want to keep us here or not because we're going to be here anyway. But if you have a prayer request, if you have a topic you'd like us to discuss, or anything else, just go ahead and leave some comments. Share us with people who you think you need to hear this.
Please share us. Yes.
As our
We want to
families are doing a
hear.
good job doing that right now. But
Yeah, and we want to hear what God is saying to you
yeah,
too.
or
We want to
or
hear
if you accepted
what you're
Jesus
doing.
in one of our
Yes,
podcasts, if something in your life changed, if you were praying with us and something changed, if something we'd love to hear that because I heard one of my mentors was discussing the other day, just if you don't get on camera and you don't share, there's someone out there that needs to hear what you're saying. How selfish are you
that's right.
to not do this?
And
So
that's why we're doing this.
it
We're not
is.
doing this because
No,
we have 51 million other things that we could be doing right now, but
correct.
we feel the pull of the Spirit of God. This is part of our room. This
Right.
is part of our room, and we love you, and we ask you to come to your room and bring it here with every time, every week. Bring it with you here. We want to hear from you. We want to know what God is saying, what God is doing, what you need from God, and we will come with you in faith before God. We
Hey, are
love
you
you
good
all
to
so
close in
much.
prayer? Are you good to close
Close
in?
in prayer. Go ahead, honey.
Are you good to do that?
Oh yeah, you want me to pray?
Yeah. Pray
Love
for
you,
me.
Jesus. Pray for me too. Lord Jesus, we just adore you and we thank you for this time. We thank you for every listener, every watcher, every seer, every doer, every person that is clutching to these episodes, God. And as we are clutching, Irene and I are clutching to them too, God. Your Holy Spirit is right here with us. Carry this word, carry your presence in the lives and hearts and minds of every listener. We love you, we glorify you, and we will see you here next time. We love you.
Don't forget to read the red.
Read the red.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.